A while back I saw some TikTok videos where people were like cutting up their Squishmallows, and that looked very fun. So I decided to give it a try, and cut up some of my own Squishmallow collection. I've done a lot of stuff with Squishmallows. I have a whole series of Squishmallow madness. Today I'm taking things a step further. I'm still cutting up my Squishmallows, but this time, I'm turning them into clothes for my cats. I have two cats, Sniffledorf and Tootmeister, and today, I'll be giving them a whole new Squishmallow wardrobe.
Tootsie, are you excited? Oh.
I've never done anything even remotely close to this before, so it's gonna be a bit challenging. I went Squishmallow hunting at Target. These ones are like double the size of the ones at Five Below.
Wow.
They're also double the price, so there's that.
Why do I regret this? In my mind reckless.
I do have a bunch of smaller Squishmallows on hand too, but they would just be too small for my fat cats, so I won't be using those today.
See you next time.
I'm only going to be making 3 outfits today, so I'm just gonna set Wolfie aside for another day. I've also set aside these 2 mini Squishmallows that I've previously painted. They're hidden throughout this video. Whoever finds them wins Sniffledorf's undying admiration. Good luck. So these are the Squishmallows I'll be butchering. We've got Shark Boy, and a dragon. I did get a second Avery from Target as well. That way, I can keep one in mint condition. But first I've got to decide which one to keep and which one to kill. Which Avery do you like better?
Which one's cuter? I think the one on the right, actually.
You think so? Yeah, maybe. That's kind of the same.
Is his face a little wider on the left than on the right? Or is it just me?
Maybe you're right. It's a little more lumpy. Moving on. I also picked up a costume for my cats because, you see, I've never actually made clothes before. Not for myself, and definitely not for my cats. I'm gonna be using this kind of as a guide, especially because cats have a slightly different anatomy than humans. I wanted to start off strong, so I brought out Avery. For the uninitiated, who might not know, Avery is my favorite Squishmallow of all time. I've already cut him up once before. Here we are once again. For this first costume, I didn't really have a plan. I guess I never really have a plan. I'm just gonna be winging it.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
First things first, I'm getting rid of the tag. And now that he's lost his resale value, I might as well just cut him up. I made a little slit on the back and completely unstuffed him. There's always a ton of stuffing packed into these little guys. They always fill them up to the brim. They spare no expense. Back to Avery. He's now a shriveled prune of a duck. An empty shell of his former self. Happens to the best of us. I've decided to make a few more cuts. Avery definitely looks better on the outside. On the inside, he's just ugly. Compared to the cat costume I bought, my Avery is running a bit short. That might be a problem later on, but it's too late to worry about it now.
It's too late.
I probably should have bought jumbo Squishmallows, but I didn't think about that until just now. To make the edges not look so raw, I just folded them over and used fabric hot glue to hold them down. So far, so good. I'm adding a felt backing to Avery. It was just looking too unfinished without it. Things aren't looking as flat as I intended. Avery's got a few wrinkles, and I'm about to give him a few more. This is just the first costume of 3, so things aren't going as smoothly this time around. Hopefully as the video progresses, you'll see some improvement. I did each costume slightly differently. Avery's the first and also the simplest of the 3. Anyways, I honestly think it's pretty funny. It's like a little Avery cape. Plus I think making this one was a good warm-up for my next costume endeavor. My cats don't wear clothes. They prefer living life in the nude. But I figured today, with my supervision, it's okay if they dress a little modestly for a few seconds. Here's the next outfit. This time I'm making a base out of felt first, doing things a little differently. I'm using fabric hot glue to stitch everything together. I call this technique faux sew. Some people give me a hard time for my technique, but I actually think it's starting to catch on. I then turned the outfit inside out to give it a cleaner look. I'm not measuring anything. I'm just kinda eyeballing things. Just going for it, seeing where life takes me.
Sniffle, sniffle, Sniffledorf. Oh my goodness. What happened to you?
What's going on?
What happened to you?
What happened to you? I don't want to talk about it.
I've seen a lot of pets in costumes, so I thought this might be a cute idea. I'm not trying any clothes on Tootsie just because I don't want to force him into it. I just know Tootsie would hate it, so I don't want to freak him out. Sniffledorf, on the other hand, will do anything for a price. As long as you keep the treats flowing, he's down for whatever. So he's gonna be our model for today, with proper payment, of course.
You look beautiful.
Why do I regret this?
I'm gonna use this as a base, and then I'm gonna add bits and pieces of the dragon Squishmallow. Apparently her name's Tatiana. I like that name, Tatiana. I'm pretty sure I've heard my fiance singing a song about Tatiana, but I can't remember it. Anyways, I'm gonna start off by gutting her. Let's see now.
1 hour later.
This is gonna require some amputations. I was initially thinking of using the entire back of the Squishmallow as one giant piece, but in the end I didn't end up doing that. Instead, I'm just cutting out all the important aspects of Tatiana. While her disgustingly glittery wings aren't pleasing to the eyes, I felt like they were a necessity. Wouldn't be a Tatiana costume without the wings. For any sparklebutts concerned about Tatiana, rest assured, she's long dead at this point. So she can't feel any pain. I feel like it would be cool to make a hat out of her face, or maybe it'll just look cursed. Either way, it'll be amusing for me. I don't know how to make a hat, but we don't have to worry about that quite yet. We'll cross that bridge together when it comes. Now that I've dismembered Tatiana, I have a lovely collection of everything I need for Sniffledorf's outfit. I want this costume to look like Tatiana, except in a cat costume form, so I'm basically just taking her features and gluing them onto this felt base, starting out with her short, stumpy tail. This is gonna be her back, obviously. It's got her tail, her wings, and her spikes. I think it's looking pretty good, just like Tatiana. Moving along to the front, I'm gluing down her stomach pouch. Learning from my Avery costume, I'm only gluing down the edges of the stomach. That way, hopefully, there's no weird wrinkles in the fabric or anything. I cleaned up the edges as best as I could. I'm not going for perfectionism, but you know, I still want it to look good. A lot of people really want me to learn how to sew. Some of you think it would make my work look more professional. The thing is, if you couldn't tell by now, I'm not going for professional, I'm just having fun. For me, crafting and all this stuff is just more for fun. I want my stuff to look good, but I'm not ever trying to be professional grade. I honestly don't think I'd ever even get there if I tried, which I'm okay with. So I tried making Sniffledorf a beanie, hat sort of situation out of Tatiana's face. This was a big mistake. I had no idea what I was doing. I was just kind of trying to piece it together and crossing my fingers that something would work.
Looks like toast or something. Sniffledorf, what happened to you?
Why do I regret this?
Oh.
Sniffledorf. That's cute. That's cute like that.
It's a fake hood.
Yeah. It's a
Faux hood. Yeah. But you can't even tell what it is.
No, you can.
I don't think so.
That's a dragon.
So it wasn't staying in place. It just was not the right shape at all. I don't know what I was thinking here. Probably nothing. Also, it doesn't really look like a dragon. It looks more like a blue cow. And I think that's just disrespectful to Tatiana's memory. To properly honor Tatiana, please subscribe. I know she'd appreciate it if she was still with us. I made some changes and now it looks slightly more like Tatiana. I'll take it. This last costume was a journey, to say the least. I started off by making a base, just like I did for Tatiana. This time around though, I tried to round out the shoulders a bit so they wouldn't be as pointy. As you can see, I was trying to copy the cat costume from Target. The thing is though, the Target one is made of a stretchy kind of material, whereas felt obviously isn't very stretchy. That was a miscalculation on my part, one that I regret deeply. But here's the look Sniffledorf's going for this time around. Gordon the Shark. Scary stuff. He looks less menacing once he's deflated. I'm taking bits and pieces off him. It worked so well with Tatiana, so I thought, in theory, it should work well with Gordon too. But I guess that's not how life works. Still, I was naive at this time, so I cut off all of Gordon's fins one by one, as painfully as possible. Before I attached any of the fins or anything, I wanted to try the base to make sure it fits. And it does. Here's proof. Sniffledorf's waddling around the place, not very confident about his look, but he seems okay. It seems like it fits at this point.
My little knight in shining armor.
Okay, now I can add all the little attachments and everything will work out. Using some Fabric glue, I started adding on the fins, gently sealing them into place. It looks pretty good. Looks like a shark would. Not bad. I had high hopes for this. I'm gonna steal a few more pieces off Gordon's carcass. I wanted his belly to look bloated, like he's eaten one too many little Nemos, so I'm stuffing it to achieve that look. Things were going swimmingly. Honestly, couldn't have been better. But you know what this is missing? A shark hood. That's what I need to complete this look. So what I'm doing is, I actually don't know what I'm doing. And that's exactly why you're about to witness what you're about to witness. It's not for lack of trying. I really thought I was doing something here. It might already be obvious, or at least it should be at this point, but I've never made a functioning hood before.
What?
At least this time around, things are looking decent in my opinion. Like, aesthetically. I think it could pass. How cute is that? It looks exactly like what I would expect a cat shark costume to look like. At some point along the way, it lost its functionality. I tried adjusting things, cutting parts of it out, so that maybe it would be easier for him to get in there. But honestly, nothing worked, and I wasn't about to stuff him into it just to get it on video. We're just gonna stick with Tatiana, and I'm okay with that.
Look at the dumb tail.
He looks good in it.
Yeah, he's a little princess.
I don't know why, but he looks like a princess.
It's fabulous.